Hey Blessed Tribe, it's Coach Jess. I'm back again with another mental health motivational word. I hope you guys are having a fabulous, amazing day. I only have a few minutes, so I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to start with prayers always, and then I'm going to give y'all a quick message. Dear Lord Jesus, thank you so much for today. God, thank you so much for your blessed and prosperous word. God, we're just asking for a fresh anointing, a fresh renewed spirit. We're asking for a fresh mindset, and we're asking for all of Blessed Tribe to have a fresh ear to be able to hear the messages that you have from my belly on today. God, I just ask that you just go before us on today as we are going about our day. God, I just ask that you just allow your words to just penetrate our hearts and for you to always be on our mind as we're making decisions about our family, our friends, our personal lives, about our jobs and everything containing to us. God, I just ask that you just go before us on our decision making today. Grant us with the understanding, wisdom, and compassion to be able to love one another as brothers and sisters of Christ. God, we just ask that you just anoint this word before it releases my mouth, and that it can actually help the Blessed Tribe get closer to their destination where you have them to be. God, I just ask all these many blessings on today, this day, our daily bread. Amen. So God had told me, first order of business is, if you love someone, okay, whether it be your spouse, your children, your family, your friends, somebody on a job, and if you wrong them, you must be willing to say you're sorry. Like, I was just having this conversation that it's really difficult to say that you're sorry, especially if you're not used to being in that vulnerable space. But people need to see the human in you. I know sometimes when I'm out in the community, I feel like sometimes people think that when you have a resilient personality that nothing phases you. That's not true. Let people know when they hurt your feelings. And you have to also be willing to accept when you hurt someone else's feelings, okay? Being honest and just saying, listen, my bad, I'm sorry, okay? And people will respect you more for being honest versus trying to cover up and make them feel bad about something you did when you're supposed to be the one saying you're sorry. Nothing is wrong with saying you're sorry, even if it's with your children. Because even me, when London is doing something and I am trying to rear her in the right direction, if I'm too stern, I will come back and let her know later, listen, mommy still loves you. You are still beautiful. You are still smart. You are still wonderful. But don't do that no more. Okay, because I was not playing about what I said, but how I said it probably hurt your little feelings. Okay, but I still love you, and mommy is sorry if she raised her voice a little too loud. Okay, so sometimes you have to use that same approach with your people that you love. If you say you love your spouse, don't keep doing things where you're hurting their feelings and not saying you're sorry. Okay. And like Eric Thomas said, sorry is maybe once or twice, but if it gets to 5 and 6 times, that's a decision. All right. Know the difference. So I wanted to talk to you guys quickly about being humble. So I'm on my lunch break and I'm about to transition to go get some food to go with my salad. So I'm trying to get onto my steps. I'm just shaking and moving, okay? But I'm not making any excuses. So apologies if I'm a little fast talking, but I got somewhere else to be. And then in North Carolina, I got on this sweater today. It's real cute with a little kiss on it. I love it, but it's hot. So let me get this together because I can't be sweating. Coach Jess is a little hot today. And this is the weather that'll make you sick because you got on the heat for the morning and then the air now and all of that. All right. So he said, humble yourself. So to humble yourself is to not think too highly of oneself. And this kind of goes back to being apologetic. If you do something, don't be so proud and so tough and rough and around the edges that you can never admit when you're wrong or that you don't know something, that you need help. That's why a lot of women, I can say, we put on an S on our chest and we be tired, exhausted, burnt out, especially single moms, people that co-parent and the other parents step in on a weekend and you there Monday through Friday. Listen, you're gonna have to begin to open up your mouth and not be too proud. Don't think too highly of yourself where that you feel like you don't need nobody to help you. Okay, even if they're strangers, people that are not in your family, they still will love you, support you, and watch those kids for a couple hours. Okay, make sure that you test the spirit. You know you don't have nobody in your circle that is going to harm your children. You just don't want nobody to know that you need help. Ask for help, okay? And don't think too highly of yourself if you need help or if you don't know something. Ask, okay? So he said that we can do this by living a simple life that does not make people who have less feel like they can't approach you. So sometimes if you see a homeless person on the street, that takes a lot of guts to come up to you and say, I need gas, to say I need food, to say I need clothes. If you have it, it's okay to share. You don't have to be so uptight and such a stick in the mud that people can't approach you. It's not your responsibility to take care of anybody. I'm just saying that if a person feels like they can't approach you, that you're too high and looking down on them, and you think you're better than them, where they can't even ask you for help, you may want to simmer down and humble yourself, okay? So he also told me to tell you that understanding that God's blessing with everything you have, including good health, strength, and a sane mind, your clothes, your resources, anything that you have, like this car I'm sitting in, like God blessed me with this. The same thing with you, and things can change in a blink of an eye. So do not think that these things are mandatory for you to have. Humble yourself and know that these are God's blessings. So if you can share them, okay? And sometimes that's why you don't have a lot, is because you need it all for yourself. If you only trying to take care of yourself, you don't need a lot of resources just for you and yourself, okay? Sometimes being selfish will keep you from not getting abundance because you're not going to be willing to share it with people, okay? So never forget that everybody is on a different journey. There's never going to be two people at the same place at the same time all the time. I know when I look at my friends, everybody had their opportunity of getting married. Everybody had their different opportunity of graduating from college. Everybody had their different opportunities of having children, starting families and things like that, purchasing homes. Everybody have their turn. So just because someone else is a little bit further than you, don't think that you're not going to get there. And also don't be envious of people who get there before you get there. God is saying, don't forget that everybody's at their different financial journey, spiritual journey. So make sure that you are not just, looking at what other people got and thinking that it can't happen to you, or thinking that you're never going to be able to get to a place where they are. God is saying everybody needs to take a turn. So just because somebody's down on their luck this season, don't mean they're always going to be there. Things can turn around very, very quickly, okay? So support people pretty much when they are going through spiritual warfare, when they are going through deciding if they're going to get in the kingdom or out of the kingdom. It's not your job to save people, but support people along the way, because nobody's a finished product. We're all a work in progress, and we have to help each other financially, spiritually, emotionally, socially, everything. People be going through a lot of different things, and as bodies of Christ, we have to use our gifts to help people. Like right now, I'm sharing my gift, hopefully to inspire you. I know I'm talking a little fast, but I'm still trying my best to share what pieces I have to give to you. The same thing with you. You have to share the little pieces that you have with your family, your friends, and your loved ones, your children. Begin to support people through wherever they are in their journey, because you gonna need somebody to support you when you are struggling or don't know, or just starting your business, just starting your weight loss journey, just enrolled in school, just start having children, you just got married. You may need a mentor in those different areas. So don't think that too high of yourself that you can't never need a mentor or need some help or need some counsel. You don't know everything. I don't know everything. Sometimes I have to say, I'm sorry, I need help. Come get this child. I need a break. I got schoolwork. I need to go do this. I got an appointment here. Okay, you're going to have to use all of your support system. And it's not going to be what somebody else's support system look like. Okay, it might be just unique to you. So to be humble means to be meek and gentle. So I got some scriptures for you all. So in 1 Peter 3:3, this whole chapter helped me understand more about how to live in humility. So don't be concerned about the outward beauty of fancy hairstyles, expensive jewelry, or beautiful clothes. Verse 4, you should clothe yourself instead with the beauty that comes from within, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is so precious to God. Verse 5, it says, humble people are beautiful. Put all your trust in God and accept the authority of your husband. So basically it was saying like women are more attractive, or people are more attractive when they humble themselves, and when women are actually embracing the authority of your husband, and when your husbands are treating your wives like Christ loved the church, you know, honoring them, not worrying them and stressing them. Okay, so verse 4, it says, basically this is what I got once I read each verse. So in chapter 3 verse 4, it was talking about having a gentle and quiet spirit. You don't need to be the loudest one in the room. I used to think that that was the right thing to do, but listen, the loudest person in the room is usually the person who is the most insecure, because they're trying to compensate. That doesn't need to be you all 2026. Be the loudest one in the room. Just be quiet, or just, you know, talk later, text it. Wait until be called on before you open your mouth, because what comes out is going to be so valuable. You don't want to squander your words, because people are looking at you. You think that what you say don't matter, but everything you say, people are like, they're just right there, just trying to figure out what you're going to say, what you're thinking. You're like a mystery, because they see God moving in your life and they want to know how. So don't be the loudest one. Have a gentle and quiet spirit. In verse 6, it talked about do what is right without fear of what your husbands might do. And I think this is talking about your husbands, but it's also talking about standing up towards the enemy. Okay, sometimes you might have to stand up and advocate for someone, or for yourself, for your children. Don't be afraid. Okay, verse 8, it says, be tenderhearted and keep a humble attitude. This is what this whole message is about. Keep a humble attitude. Do not think that you are better than other people, because I'm telling you, things will change like that. And God had brought this right to me, because I was just like feeling and shaking and moving, and God was like, stay right there. Stay humble, stay meek, stay mild, stay gentle, stay quiet. Sometimes God will remind us of these things. Okay, so keep a humble attitude and be tenderhearted. That means, like, don't be rough on people. Have compassion, mainly with yourself. The same compassion you give your friends and you give your children, you love on them, you don't want them to hurt. The same thing with you. Okay, don't retaliate with insults when people insult you. So that was verse 9. So when people insult you, you really got to learn how to go the other way. This is very hard, because people be knowing that you got that 1 or 2%. They just ready to just unleash on them. But you have to be like, you know what, I'm going to pray for you tonight, because you must be crazy coming against me, a woman or a man of God, because you are walking in a minefield. You're going to have to get in the spirit while you walking around in this earthly realm, because people going to try you. And you have to just stay calm, stay cool, have a quiet spirit, you know, be humble, be tenderhearted, but don't be nobody's doormat. Okay, so you're going to have to just say, listen, I'm going to pray for you tonight, because you're rolling up on me and you don't know me like that. I think that was a song one time. All right, so verse 10, it says, if you want to enjoy life and see many happy days, keep your tongue from speaking evil and your lips from telling lies. So you're going to have to be honest. You're going to have to live in integrity with good character, because people are watching and they are waiting for you to slip up and do something crazy or say something, you know. And like I said, if you make a mistake, just say, I'm sorry. It's okay. And you will have a more enjoyable life and many happy days. All right, so watch your mouth. That's why I'm saying, don't be so quick to speak on everything. Don't be so quick to defend yourself. Let God advocate for you. Okay, and lastly, search for peace. Verse 11, search for peace and work to maintain it. So it's gonna be some work to have this life, this quiet, abundant, prosperous life. You're not just going to be handed to you. You got to do some work. You got to have to slow down. That's what I'm having to do. You have to slow down and think about your actions before you do them. Okay, so I hope that this message helped you guys today. I don't have a lot of time, because right now I got to go pick up the food, I got to have a lunch break, and I got to relax a little bit throughout my day and take it slow. All right, but I love y'all. I really do. Continue to subscribe to the channel. Come back each and every day. I'm going to be trying to give you guys a mental health motivational word every chance I get. Like the video. Keep coming back up here. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed and prosperous day. God bless.